That hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions.
Matt Prater to kick off.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This will make it into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense now getting set here and leading them out in what could be his final NFL season. The game's all-time leading passer, that's Drew Brees.
When you think of accuracy, you might as well think of Drew Brees because he owns 5 of the 6 best completion percentages in a single season in NFL history, and it feels like he's done them all in 5 of the last 6 seasons. Like Tom Brady, he thinks he can go until he's at least 45, loves playing the game, takes great care of his body, and despite missing 5 games with a thumb injury last year, showed his toughness and came back and threw 27 touchdown passes against just 4 interceptions.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, you're just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Now Brees finding Kamara.
Complete.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case...
Out of the backfield. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
First down, New Orleans.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Brees. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Saints.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9. There's Brees. And this is caught for the ground. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Saints.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
The 30-yard.
Now Brees on the bootleg. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Brees to throw again. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he fires. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so he must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and try to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 31, Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And from Galladay, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them. To show respect to, hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That's another.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. 1st and goal. A chance to convert that early turnover into points. Throwing again at Stafford. Galladay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead.
It's one thing to be known as a guy who can make big-time plays downfield and gain almost 20 yards per catch. But how about the guy who knows how to put the ball in the end zone as well? And that's Kenny Galladay. He's an absolute threat every time the ball goes in his area. Led the NFL with 11 touchdown catches last year. Kenny Galladay is a guy that I'm glad that I never had to try and cover when I was trying to be a defensive back.
To kick off for Detroit.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will make it into the end zone. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up
6-0 our score after 1. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Breeze. And Breeze wants the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recover.
I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Things were a little leaky in the beginning of that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
This funny partner, you often hear how tough it is for a rookie receiver to adjust to the NFL. I think the same is true for tight ends. You're asking them to do a lot in the NFL game with the additional blocking that many of them didn't have to do in college. And T.J. Hockenson, he was a number 8 overall pick in 2019 and had a good rookie season with 32 catches. I expect that number to go way up as he gets more comfortable with the NFL game. A nice catch right there for a 1st down.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Stafford going to give it to Swift, and he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss for Swift left side. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Swift, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
This will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard.
Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Pass complete here to Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Saints.
Brees leads this one with Kamara. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it's 3rd.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Brees on 3rd down. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
2 veterans, Brees to Sanders there for a Saints first down.
New Orleans.
Good catch there by Emmanuel Sanders, and he's exactly who you want in your locker room and who you want on your team. He can integrate into an offense quickly. He joined the San Francisco 49ers at midseason last year and had a huge impact in their run to a Super Bowl. He's a veteran receiver that everyone respects, and yes, he can still play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brees on the draw, gives to Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Brees' throw on target to Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Brees now. Down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
They stopped him in his tracks.
That keeps the score Lions 13.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Incomplete.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. This is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Breeze to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook.
Breeze.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
That's the end of the first half.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustment. Oh, here he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. The Saints say they have it, and they do. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 39 upcoming. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
A 5-yard pickup.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Lions 13, Saints 6.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Stafford now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now, shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
intended for Alvin Kamara.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back reception.